getting it done for the Wolves offense is Eli Sanders. He's got 4 total touchdowns, 3 on the ground and 1 receiving. We're sure to see a lot more out of him in the second half.
Stesiak standing by with Swirl head coach Jason Mons.
I'm here with Chaparral head coach Brent Barnes. Coach, Camden Hightower with big interception there. You've been able to hold this Saguaro offense to only 7 points. What's going to be the key to continuing this in the second half?
I'm Haley Stesiak with your Game Time Minute. The undefeated Escambia Gators visit the Milton Panthers this Friday night. Escambia is coming off their second shutout win of the season, beating Gulf Breeze 42-0 last week.
Thanks, guys. You mentioned quarterback Gabe Friend and his ACL injury. And in the offseason, the Bears shaped the identity of this offense around Friend and how he commanded this team. Now they're having to rediscover that identity with Micah Harper at the helm. As I just talked to Coach Mike Fell from Mountain View, and he's telling me that they've got to continue playing physical. He's really happy with what he is seeing out of these guys, and especially his defense. They've been able to stop Queen Creek's run game by not letting them get too many long runs in. Coach, you bounced back after a couple of tough losses. At the half, you said that you really worked in practice to make those adjustments. How reassuring was it to see that out of your team tonight?
Undefeated Steel Canyon takes on Grossmont. The Cougars have a way of getting it done on special teams with one of the best return men in Chance Johnson.
This Perry defense is going to be pretty thin tonight. The Pumas are without 6 key players on the defensive side of the ball. One of those players is linebacker Cole Sabetta. He's been out since the first game with a hamstring injury. Head coach Preston Jones told me that Sabetta's been a pretty vocal leader for the Pumas on the sidelines, but they can't wait to get him back on the field here in a couple of weeks. Well, Coach, at the half, you talked about how you really liked what you were seeing out of this defense. 5 interceptions on the night. What do you have to say about their performance?
Yeah.
A couple guys on offense, got to mention Dason Coleman in that run game, and then obviously Trey Reynolds on both sides of the ball. How valuable are these guys to this team?
Yeah.
Haley Stesiak out here at Mountain View High School, where Queen Creek is leading the Toros 13-3 here at the half. We're seeing a lot out of Queen Creek's Trey Reynolds tonight. He's rated as the number 22 linebacker, number 7 overall athlete in Arizona out of the class of 2021, and we are sure to see a lot more out of him tonight. Thanks, guys. Coach, all around great effort from your guys tonight, getting it done on defense with that big interception from Vincent Thomas. What are you liking about this effort tonight? Your young gun getting it done. You braved the Arizona heat. What do you have to say about this big one?
Well, you know.
You've got a legendary coach who's coached up some of the best quarterbacks that this country has seen. What have you learned under Coach Rawlinson in your tenure with Modern Day?
I mean, I've learned.
You hold the record for the longest field goal here at Mountain Ridge. We're standing in the end zone where that went through. You played at UCLA under Coach Neuheisel. What's it like coming full circle now, playing under him in college, now going for your second chance in the NFL?
It's cold and rainy. I talked to Coach Neuheisel here before the game as these guys are warming up, and I asked him about how the weather plays a factor into these guys and their preparation, and he said it's all about mind over matter. Once you get going fast, you don't worry about the cold. You just got to stay concentrated and do your job.
Haley Stesiak will now give us the crime report.
Well, guys, down here at the Liberty Bowl on the sideline, we are in very close proximity from where the team's benches are to the fans. And just a few minutes ago, we had a fan come down and swipe a helmet off of one of the trunks that was down here. He managed to get all the way up to the concourse to be determined if he actually got away with it.
To Haley Stesiak with Rick Neuheisel.
Coach, this Memphis defense applying a lot of pressure. What adjustments do you have to make on offense here at the half? All right, Coach, how about the momentum that this defense created throughout this entire game, but especially in the second half, you come out and this offense clicks? Take down an undefeated team here in the Apollos. How does it feel to get back in the win column with this one? Robert Nelson Jr. had a notebook in his hand when he came out onto the field before the game started, and I went over and asked him what it was, and he said that he is taking it upon himself to check out and see what specifically Gonzalez is doing because Dantes Ford is out, but he is taking it upon himself to kind of see what this San Diego offense is doing, as Hotshots are going to see them again at the end of the season. Guys, the energy down here is a little different than it has been in previous weeks, and that's been a theme of what's been talked about at practice. The team is actually going to move their pregame conversation closer to where they're going to run out onto the field to keep that energy coming out. Phil Savage said earlier this week that he feels like that energy has been lost when they've been here at home. So we'll see if the change in where the pregame meeting is going to take place will affect the play.
A lot of young talent in this receiving corps. Is there anyone that reminds you of yourself? Speaking of Christian Kirk, you saw him play in Pop Warner. Now you guys are teammates. What impresses you most about him? How about this defense? I was out at the BYU game in week 1 and was really impressed with Colin Schooler on this Wildcat defense. Collectively, the defense showed out against Cal, especially in that second half. How have you kind of seen this defense improve since week 1?
Well, Haley, you're right.